Before I start today's video, I want to say thank you for all the support on my previous video, and I know you liked that previous video, so I'm going to give you a part 2. But before all of that, make sure to join my Discord server, the link is in my bio, as you get early access to all my YouTube shorts before I release it to the public. There was a crime scene in the crime alley involving two people, Horace Riley and Clarissa Rodriguez. The couple were honeymooning in Bruce Wayne's Halloween party and unfortunately was murdered that very same day. The way that they were murdered was exactly like Bruce Wayne's parents. In fact, before they died, Bruce Wayne actually explained it wasn't a robbery and that they were just murdered off the bat. The couple were murdered because Ian Chase, the guy who murdered them, was caught harassing the couple by Alfred, and unfortunately Bruce then kicked him out. Ian Chase was then left angry and decided to murder the couple after the day happened. The part that baffled Bruce is that his parents flashed for 2 seconds before they then just disappeared. But then when the Batman finds Ian Chase, he chokes him out, almost killing him, but never actually does. It's funny because Batman took an oath that he swore not to kill, even if someone murdered another person right next to his parents' chalk drawing, almost to the point that he is setting boundaries on himself. Let me know what you think. Batman becomes very subjective in defeating Firefly. However, if you go back to the Batcave before going after Firefly, Bruce and Alfred will have a conversation.
Back so soon, sir? I thought you were dealing with Firefly.
I just wanted to make sure the Batcave security systems were fully engaged.
You could have just called. I've already activated all security protocols, though I'm not sure they'd be enough to stop Bane.
Hopefully we won't have to find out. No, I've got to get to the bridge to take care of Firefly. Stay here.
Then after defeating Firefly, Bane gets to the Batcave and then kills Alfred. During the resuscitation, if you turn up subtitles, the game labels Batman as Bruce Wayne even with the cowl on. Joker packs the Royal Hotel with snowman bombs, and you the player have to defuse these bombs before it hits 0. However, if you stay back and stay AFK and wait for the timer to go off, the timer that was supposed to be set for New Year's only stops at 7 days and 1 hour, which is really weird because similarly in Arkham City, if you don't jump out the window in the church in time, then the bombs will just explode.
I know who I'm rooting for. What about you? Now get out of there now, or you'll ruin everything.
This one really confused me, but inside of Bane's Field HQ, there are pictures of the model of Arkham Asylum's Killer Croc. And I find it weird because within the Arkham timeline, Croc is not this tall. At the end of Batman Arkham Origins inside of the prison chapel, Batman finally puts an end to the Joker. Then after Batman tells Joker that Bane isn't dead, Joker pulls out a gun and then starts speaking, but if you let him actually finish the sentence, Joker then says this.
All this rage, all directed at me, and for what? You know, if you'd actually let me finish a sentence, you might learn something! You might learn that we're not so different. You might learn something about yourself!
You need to learn to shut up.
This one was merely impossible to see, but inside of Blackgate Prison, after getting the introduction to Croc, you can't actually get this far unless you use cheats. You get a file that reads Lyle Bolton. He's a DC Comics supervillain and an enemy of Batman created by Paul Dini. The impossible part is if you come back late game, you can't actually see the file as it just disappears. I can't actually show you this whole thing because of copyright issues. Joker sings a song, Cold Cold Heart, during the end credits of the game.
I tried so hard, my dear, to show that you're my every dream. Yet you're afraid each thing I do is just some evil scheme. A memory from your lonesome past keeps us so far apart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart?
On your way to track the Joker in the Royal Hotel, you can find 2 statues which belong to a cult, the Court of Owls. Now these 2 court statues actually represent what they call the Talons. In fact, late game there is a book in the Gotham Pioneers Bridge which actually reads their exact nursery rhyme. You can pause the video here if you want to read. If you want to mess around with Batman's gadgets more, the glue grenade is a great example. Throw down a cluster mine where Shiva would spawn, then interact with the buggy.
There's nothing here.
And it's funny to know because the glue grenade actually has the same kind of mechanical features as the freeze blast grenades in Arkham City. We all know Cyrus Pinckney as being one of Gotham's oldest architects, but the backstory of him reveals that he is also a criminal too. Cyrus Pinckney was going through some financial issues and needed to get help from one of his oldest enemies, Henry Cobblepot. But in getting the help, Pinckney would have to build more munition factories. However, this whole deal went south where there was a bill passed on by the mayor by Cyrus Pinckney to ban all munitions productions. Henry Cobblepot decided to poison a drink and try and give it to Pinckney in killing him. Pinckney knew about the drink and didn't drink it at all. Instead, this happened. A couple minutes later, there was a hit and run done by Cyrus Pinckney himself. The person who died was Henry Cobblepot.
An interesting turn. In trying to solve one murder, you've discovered the origins of another.
Henry Cobblepot.
Yes. City records say it was an automobile accident that killed him not long after Cyrus's supposed passing. But now we know the truth. He was murdered by the man he thought he killed.
What about Pinckney?
It appears that's a mystery that must endure a while longer.
There are inmate conversations that you can listen into. There is one in particular that really stood out to me. The mercenaries were talking about the fate of where the Blackgate prisoners are going to be moved to, and one in particular that they're talking about here is Bane. They're going to plan to break him back out again.
Free him. We will, Carnal. But first we must find him. Blackgate is a ruin. So where will they go? There are rumors of an island fortaleza, a place known as Arkham. Abandoned for many years. They say it will be restored.
We must move quickly then, before it is ready. Free Bane from Blackgate now.
Lo siento. We cannot.
Why?
The Bat still lives.
But then if you listen closely at the end credits of the game, it also talks about the reopening of Arkham Asylum.
Our next guest, political strategist Dean Snyder, has been following tonight's events since the start, more than 8 hours ago. Dr. Snyder, let's start with you. What's your view?
Well, Jack, it's a travesty. The ultimate failing of the justice system. A vigilante cleaning up our streets after countless deaths and bombings? What has happened to our police force? And what about James Gordon? He didn't exactly prove himself tonight.
Hold on a minute, Dean. Now, I'm no defender of the GCPD or Captain Gordon for that matter. Like you said, tonight's debacle is some reflection of his efficacy, but I can't see any police force in any municipality doing a substantially better job against criminals like this Joker character or any of the hired killers he's brought into town. I mean, these guys are a different breed. We've never seen anything like this. So for me, it's less a reflection on Gotham's cops and more of a reflection on the state of our country. A country where our mental health and education systems are so warped and broken that we produce criminals of this nature.
You raise an interesting point, Hank, but what I'm wondering is what we'll do next.
No, it's not an interesting point. It's just plain wrong. They're both wrong. This isn't about the police or the Batman. It isn't about the state of our nation somehow churning out a dangerous new batch of the criminally deranged. It's about the failing of one single institution. An institution which, in my view, represents the biggest threat to Gotham and its citizens. A time bomb, just waiting to go off. If tonight's events have taught us anything, it's that Blackgate is not the place to be housing our city's most dangerous offenders. Not one, but 2 prison breaks in the same night. All of tonight's tragedies would have been avoided if Gotham had a proper treatment facility for its top echelon offenders. A place with impenetrable security, where the most dangerous could be isolated, rehabilitated, and treated for their illness. A place like Arkham Asylum.
In fact, the person behind the reopening of Arkham Asylum is Lady Shiva, as she was trying to manipulate the warden in doing so, hoping that he would be successful.
I'm simply saying that my master shares your hatred of criminals.
Listen, I'm not sure who you are or what you want, but I don't appreciate you meddling in my business.
We are hardly meddling. My master is simply offering you assistance. An opportunity you yourself say you desire.
What makes him so sure he can do it?
Well, it certainly won't happen overnight. There are steps we must take.
Strings. I knew it.
You say you want to be mayor, that you want to purge the city of criminals. Then taking this position is hardly a string.
So what did you say this facility was called?
Arkham Asylum.
If you've managed to make it this far in the video, congratulations. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as I try and upload YouTube shorts every single day, but I haven't been doing it for the past week as I have been very busy making this video. I'm gonna attach video file 1 to this video, but quickly click on the video before the video ends. 3, 2, 1, and skibbity.